Hello, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. And welcome to Cosmic Connections for this week, the astrology of the week, plus some spiritual messages and some reflections on the energy in the big room, right? So, what's our energy in the big room? For one thing, we are approximately, let's see if I can do my math properly. I don't know, 15 hours past the full moon at 20 degrees of Sagittarius. So theoretically, we get to exhale a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm a very Virgo Pisces type of individual. Tons of planets in Virgo, and Mars in Pisces is the handle of my bucket. It's been a challenging week. Can I just say that? I've been working on little computer snafus. I've been working on communication snafus, all the beautiful things which are developed and represented by the Gemini Sagittarius opposition, which is where our full moon is. And I found that this morning I was meeting with a good friend and I was taking some breaths and we're talking about, well, among other things, AI and communications and so forth. And it felt better. I felt like I could exhale a little bit. But it's been a very challenging week for me. Communications, computers. I have dear friends who have car issues. I had car issues last week. So how was your week? And the question of the day is, are you feeling you can exhale since the passing of the full moon? On another issue, have you had any, I don't know, misunderstandings with people? And have you perhaps put yourself in other people's shoes so that you see their point of view and you can kind of forgive them perhaps, or maybe make a pseudo apology? Has there been any of that going on in your life? Hi, Patricia. Hi, Donna. Hi, Diane. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you ladies tonight. And so I want to go back and put this into a context and put into a story, a narrative, as it were. So the new moon was launched on Monday, the 26th of May. This was late, Eastern Standard Time. And the new moon, I love this. The new moon's Sabian symbol was a well and a bucket and a rope under the majestic leaves and protection of a giant tree. The symbolism of that is that the Gemini cycle is about trusting the process and maybe even trusting nature to protect us, the universe to protect us no matter what. And then we had, I'm just going a little bit of review, what we've been talking about the past couple of weeks. And then we had our beautiful quarter cycle on Monday, the 2nd of June. And the Sabian symbol for that, when we had, 12 degrees of Virgo. That's my moon, by the way. A powerful statesman overcomes a state of political hysteria. Hey, what happened on the 2nd of June? My son pointed it out to me because I was busy with clients that day. He said, my gosh, Twitter is blowing up with Elon Musk saying all these things about Trump. I'm like, oh, how interesting. So we had that political hysteria. And I'm bringing in the politics once in a while when it's so astrologically reflective and pertinent, right? So we had this hysterical exchange of what? Gemini Sagittarius energy going back and forth and forth and back and forth. And then, as predicted, on the full moon, the drama of the icons, or titans, I should say, came to something of an ease today under the full moon, when approximately, when it was peaking, Elon Musk was writing such words as, I probably regret saying in my posts that they went way too far. This is Elon's quotes. And the president says, well, no hard feelings. I feel very badly that he's feeling badly. So This reflects the Sabian symbols and this time of the year. That's why I bring it up. Are there more important things to talk about? Of course there are. I mean, there's a tentative agreement with China and the U.S. over trade. And things are a little cooled down, apparently, the latest news as of the full moon in Los Angeles with the upheaval there with the demonstrations. So you see, it's really interesting to tie in the current events with the current cosmic events. And in your own life, are you feeling like you can exhale a little bit? With cars, computers, communications, are you feeling a little bit like, okay, now I get it. Now I can relax a bit. Okay. Ryan writes, I find that exchange hilarious. I mean, it really is, right? I mean, we look at it and we're eating our popcorn and saying, really? Has anyone ever wanted to spout off at someone? But he has an audience of, I don't know, 6 billion people. Has anyone ever done that? Like sent an email, sent a text to someone, and then you regretted it when you pushed the button? Oh, I sure have. I've learned a long time ago that it's at least the 5-second rule. When you're really hot, it's better to sit back and step back and not send that reactionary tone of any communication. That's just me. Some of us who are Aries like just as good to do that anyway, but look, I got Libra rising. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Joan. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Angela. Feeling heaviness around you. Looking forward to tonight's insight. Okay. Whoa, seeing other people's points of view in 2025. Is that still a thing? Good to see everybody. Hi, Deb. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for being here, friends. So the point is that we are in this micro and macrocosm of looking at our communications, looking at reactions. Sagittarius represents truth and wisdom. Gemini represents, among other things, rhetoric and data. We are only as smart as what we have ingested in terms of information. Okay, you sent your other email address. Okay, you've done that, Nancy. Oh yeah, well, we all have Aries somewhere, Nancy. I've regretted pushing that button, right? That send button. And I almost did it last night to someone, and I remembered my own advice to other people, and I didn't. I took the path of kindness, and the moon wasn't quite full. But the point is, friends, we may be feeling that flurry of anxiety, and the more mutable signs you have in your chart, the more you've been feeling it the past week and a half, but now there's an exhale. To me, that's what the full moon is about. It's about illumination, seeing another person's point of view. And again, reminder, this is so hysterical. Last Monday's quarter moon was a powerful statesman overcomes a state of political hysteria in public. And a lot of people are saying, what's going on with President Trump? He's curiously restrained in his tone. Again, we sit back, we see the humanness of this exchange, and we can probably have some empathy or at least understanding. As of today, though, after the full moon, what's going on? We have this Sabian symbol in play. A child and a dog wearing borrowed eyeglasses. The suggestion here, of course, is that we can see another person's point of view. A child is innocent. A dog is innocent. There's a playfulness about this exchange. But seeing things through different points of view is what's being called for with this full moon, especially where Gemini, especially where Sagittarius falls in your chart. So let's bring in the charts and we'll get into a little bit more detail. All right, so this is the full moon. Again, it took place, it peaked. This is Eastern Daylight Time, 3:44 in the morning, probably about the time when Elon was tweeting I'm sorry, it's not tweeting anymore. Whatever he was doing, he was Xing his communication and saying, I may have gone overboard in my posts. I've gone too far. Kind of a pseudo apology. But talk about apologies, right? We have Moon trine Chiron trine Mars. Is anyone in your life, yourself included, feeling obligated to forgive other people's foibles and faults? I know I am. In other words, this grand trine in fire is begging the question. I can at least consider forgiving or putting some energy into understanding someone else's faults. That's one of the messages of the full moon. Different points of view. Moon, trine is a flow of energy. Chiron, the wounded healer. Sometimes hurt people hurt people. Have you ever noticed that? Hurt people hurt people. Well, Moon trine Chiron is reminding us of that. And it's trining Mars and it's saying, hey, let's force some forgiveness. Fake it till you make it. Put that happy face on. That's one of the messages, I think, of this full moon. Meanwhile, hi, friends. Welcome to the new era, the cosmic event of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer for the next 12 months. That happened on Monday night, right? So Jupiter now is at 0, it's actually 1 degrees of Cancer, but it's squaring the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So is anyone out there feeling, man, I got to do everything in my life right now. I'm impatient. I've got to get this, fill in the blanks, this resume done, this job done, this relationship done. I got to buy this new house. I've got to... It makes us a little crazy, right? We've got to get things accomplished when Jupiter is squaring Neptune and Saturn. So look to where you have Aries and Cancer in your chart. We are all building a new foundation. The Saturn-Neptune is asking us also to dream a new dream and to ground a new dream. We have some time. You don't have to get too crazy about this because this very special conjunction is with us at least through early 2026. It peaks on February 20th of 2026, as a matter of fact. And those of you who've got some nice, juicy Taurus in your chart, have you noticed that you have a hankering for sweets? Venus is in Taurus. So go out and indulge, have some, sweet food, some luxurious food, some tasty food. You may want to indulge, because Venus and Taurus screams sensuality. And there's nothing more sensual than a good bite of something delicious. So this is the full moon message for us, friends. We're seeing different perspectives. We're wanting to have comfort, maybe comfort food, etc. That's the message as of early this morning. Then we jump to our quarter cycle when we get back to business of recreating something in our lives. So that's next Wednesday, and I'll be talking about it again and then talking also about the new moon. I like to do double duty during Cosmic Connections here. So this is the 18th of June, and that technically takes place at 3:19 p.m. So circle that time, circle that date. It's when the sun and the moon are making a wonderful square to each other. And the moon will be in the sign of Pisces. And of course, we have our last vestiges of Gemini. So it's a quarter cycle. So here, the Sabian symbol is a fertile garden under the full moon, although this isn't the full moon, it's a quarter moon, reveals a variety of vegetables. The key phrase here is abundance, abundance. So that grand trine that we're feeling here to get fired up, to heal and to let go, bygones be bygones. Now it's shifting. We have a grand trine in the sign, the element of water. So we have the moon conjunct the north node in Pisces. It's reminding us to stay on the higher road, the new path that's being presented to us in 2025. What's the new path? The Pisces north node is asking us to connect with spirit, to do forgiveness, compassion, and intuition, really spending time with embracing what we already know with our spidey senses, really taking some time to reflect, to meditate, to pray, to go inside of ourselves. So the moon is reminding us of that imperative for 2025, right? So that moon energy is trining. I have to put my glasses on. It's little, it's small. Maybe I can't even read it. Okay, it's trining Mercury. Mercury is the great messenger of the gods. It's communication, it's cognition, it's feelings, because it's in the sign of Pisces. And it's trining Juno. So we've got that grand trine, that water trine in Juno, the moon or lunation in Pisces, and Mercury. Great time to talk to our partners about our feelings. Does anyone do that? They hold back. I got to find the right time, the right space, the right atmosphere to tell him or her what I really feel. Well, here's your chance next Wednesday. It's a great time to talk with authenticity about your feelings and not be afraid. So that's one of the issues next week, next Wednesday, when we are fired up to take action to create something more authentic in our lives. All right, I'm going to check the comments here. All right. Hi, Carolyn. Happy full moon to you from Cape Cod. Oh, I love Cape Cod. Hi, Penny. No need for apologies, Rowdy. It's always fabulous to see you. Hi, Sue. Hi, Paula. Hey, Tracy. Hello. So Ryan is saying, believe in Jupiter. I love it. I love the news you shared with me earlier. Hi, Tracy. I do feel lighter. I do too, Tracy. Chocolate. I'm with you, Deb. Hi, Trish. Hi, Rhonda. Red Robe Astrology already told me to look out for this. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Yay, Pisces, my Pisces friend. Hi, Candy. Forgiveness of my sister and husband. Okay. All right. It just went away. Good, Rhonda. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay. Yes. Saturn conjunct Neptune is confusing, Nancy. And it's in Aries, and we have some months to download that within ourselves. But here's a little nugget for you. In my mind, I've been working with this for quite a while. Remember what Aries is, right? Aries is the imperative to be, the I am presence, the identity. Wherever it falls in your chart, a simple little ditty for you might be you're dreaming a new dream and you're trying to ground it. You're trying to, and this takes us into next year, trying to take something that seemingly is impossible and then saying, Saturn, help me materialize what I've been hoping and dreaming about for some time. All right, we're going to do some spiritual messages, but I want to talk to you about where this full moon is falling in your chart. And again, my apologies, because I'm going to be doing my notes in front of you as I speak. I've been doing this for so long, it's kind of like rote. Any other comments? Does anyone else have had any positive revelation in the past 15 hours where you're like feeling lighter or feeling more secure within yourself? Because I want to address the meaning of this cycle in Gemini is reminding yourself of the bucket, the well, the rope, shaded by the majestic tree. So the idea here is that we are under guidance and protection by nature. And however you call that nature, you can call it the universe, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or you can call it God, or you can call it Buddha, or you can call it your higher self, but call it something. Get out of the subjectivity and know that there's something somehow protecting you. All right. Hi, Dana. Hello there. Good to see you. That's okay to be exhausted. You put a lot of effort out in the world, my dear Valerie. All right. We'll be doing messages in just a moment. Oh, a couple of points of reminders for you. Tomorrow, friends, at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, please join me and Dr. Reverend Patricia Bell for Lilydale Astro Cafe. It's very relaxed. It's very casual. You don't have to be an astrologer. We look at your charts. We look at the energy. And it's a fun gathering. It's a very sweet gathering. It's the last time for the season until we start up in September. So please go directly to the Lilydale Cafe for tomorrow on the Lilydale Assembly website. And I have some wonderful Lilydale classes and offerings. I know some of you are coming, and I'm really excited about that. And that's taking place at the end of this month. All right. So here we go. If you're an Aries or Aries rising, this particular full moon is asking you to speak with authenticity, speak your truth, and maybe even plan a trip. Do what you can to expand your knowledge base, learn something new, teach something new, or maybe take a trip or plan one. If you're Taurus or Taurus rising, this particular energy is activating your sense of power, psychological, mediumistic, financial, and or intimacy. Since Venus is also in Taurus, you may want to plan a beautiful candlelight dinner and indulge in the senses. That's for our Taurus people. For Gemini or Gemini rising, it's all about your partner. It's all about your significant other, becoming a better partner to them, or asking your partner to give you what you need. It's the back and forth and give and take of partnering for the Geminis or Gemini risers. For Cancer, it's all about your work and working to make yourself healthier. Watching what you're eating, watching how you're sleeping, watching your movement, exercise, etc. A great time to illuminate your path in those arenas. For Leo or Leo rising, time to have fun and creativity and allow your inner child to come out, Leos. For Virgo or Virgo rising, a change of home, a change of attitude with your family, remodeling, cleaning, moving, literally moving. So some of you Virgos might really resonate with that. If you're Libra or Libra rising, it's time to speak your mind and organize yourself and pay attention to time. The full moon is giving you a path for that. Scorpios, hey, you're okay. Remind yourself you're worth it. Like the commercial, you're worth it, Scorpios, and look at your finances. Look at ways to expand your money and expand your self-worth and value. All eyes are on the Sagittarius, folks, right? It's Sagittarius full moon, the one full moon of the entire year that's lighting up yourself. More charismatic, more confident, more playful, more funny. It's all about you, Sag. Capricorns, you might be feeling a little tired, a little fatigued. That's okay. Or if you're Capricorn rising, because the energy is asking you to retreat and reflect and renew yourself with this full moon energy. For Aquarius or Aquarius rising, there's a tendency with this full moon to reach out and make connections with your tribe, with your friends. Become social, make plans, have fun. Now, you Pisces friends, wow, this full moon is saying, what about your career? What about your reputation? How do you want to be in the world as a leader? Time to listen to the inner guidance by this beautiful full moon. All right. Nice to see you, Patricia. Hi, Diane. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's do some spiritual messages now. Okay. Hi, Angela. Okay, you're going to be in Lilydale? I hope you can come and see me for my class, my dear. 26th of June. I'm doing Neptune in the afternoon, Neptune in the evening, Neptune and Saturn in Aries. You're very welcome, Deb. All right. And you're going to be doing stuff too. I love it. Yeah, it's so exciting when Lilydale opens. It always opens near the summer solstice. And it's all, to my memory, it's always with the wonderful Buddhist monks and their blessings. And it's fabulous. Okay, dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love, light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and best. As we align ourselves to the Holy Spirit, amen. I am with Ryan. Hello, Ryan. I'm going to give you a little message. I'm sure you don't mind. Ryan, as I'm tuning into you today, I get really excited. Now, you just share something with me. And the first thing I'm seeing is a old-fashioned three-pronged traffic light, and it was blinking green, but then there's a little yellow, a little caution about your immediate heart's desire. What I'm getting from Spirit for you regarding something you've reached out to me regarding a change is simply this. It's there for you. Look at it, feel the energy. And even if there's some restrictions or some difficulties, you can manage to spend your time in reflection and overcome the restrictions, whether they be financial or anything else. It's full speed ahead. Remember, Ryan, the North Node is in the sign of Pisces. It's enveloping you. You're getting back on a path that's all devoted to developing the most authentic part of who you are. So I'm very excited about what you shared with me, and I'm getting the green light, but there's shades of the yellow again. The other thing I'm picking up for you tonight is this is a gentleman who passed relatively early old age. So I'm picking up like around late 60s, early 70s. I mean, that's early old age in my book. But he had some problems maneuvering. I don't know if he had a cane or a walker. He had a lot of hip and knee issues. And he's saying one step at a time. And he never left his ability. He never lost his ability to be funny and to be kind. And he still moved to the best of his ability, because in his heyday, he was quite the runner and dancer. And he's saying you still can, no matter what age you're at, find a reason to celebrate life. And that was his legacy to people who knew him. So I leave that with you, Ryan. All right. Next person up for a reading. Okay. Close my eyes. And I'm with Paula Alika. Hi, Paula. I'm with you as I'm tuning into your energy tonight. The first thing I'm picking up for you is two close friends that you see often. Now, one of these friends might be a sister or a blood relative, could be a cousin. And it's like I get the happy trio, the girls' night out bunch, where you're always taking care of each other. There's a close sisterhood, but they might not be, these other two women might not be sisters. And what I'm feeling is that sometimes things come up that prevents the three of you from getting together. And there's something may have recently come up that you had planned something. I don't know if it was a trip or an outing or something. There's a lot of disappointment in your heart, because you really wanted to spend time doing this fun activity that you guys had planned. And there was little missed messages or miscommunication. Now, this is not a big deal, but in some ways it is, because you found yourself feeling very kind of rejected by the one who had promised to do something she didn't follow through. Spirit is giving you a lot of solace with that and saying you've handled it much better than you had expected yourself to handle it, or differently than you would have even a year ago. So I leave that with many blessings. And one more thing that's coming in here is I don't know if this name Peter is a first name or a last name. I was saying Peters, first of all, like, Peters is a surname, but then I'm also picking up the word Peter. Peters, let me get more information for you. It's a man from Spirit, and I don't know if it's first or last name. I'll just say the word Peter. And he's saying that the tortoise wins the race. That's okay to slow down your anxiety and your worry about something that's happening this summer in terms of rearranging your schedule or your work or your goals. And he says, look, it's better to, even in exercise, is his advice, you don't have to do the hard workouts. Just keep on moving in a more slow, graceful way. Now I leave that with many blessings to you. And I hope that makes sense for you. All right, friends, I hope everything makes sense for you. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Paula. Oh, you're welcome, Angela. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for coming in here tonight, friends. I always love feeling your energy and enjoy each and every one of your energy. I really do feel it. And enjoy the flow and illumination of this full moon. It's in Sagittarius, asking us to be playful, but to keep us aligned with our truth, because that's what Sagittarius is all about: independence, truth, and freedom. And hope to see you tomorrow night at the Astro Cafe. Just go to Lilydale and sign up, and we'll see you next week on the 18th. Fingers crossed. As always, many blessings and much love.